Good morning, shut-in.
Yo, 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 yo.
How's everyone doing today?
What up? How you guys doing?
Uh, Good morning, obviously, to Scott, the superfan. He's always here.
Scotty too.
Hardest working superfan
Scotty
in
too hotty.
New England.
How you guys doing?
What's going on, everyone?
Caroline.
Say hello in the comments if you're joining us. We appreciate you guys.
What's up, Rayan? What's up, Rod? Oh no, that was from yesterday. We can still see the comments from yesterday. Sarah,
the end of
Sarah asked yesterday at the end, "Are y'all on tomorrow?" No, we're not on tomorrow.
Tomorrow never comes. It's always today.
JT, what's up? What's up, Dan?
What's up, Scott? Scott, we appreciate you.
Dan the man. What's up?
What's up, Jay? Ooh,
Mike is hella cold today.
I'm cold. People are jumping on.
Mike is mad cold. It's rare for Mike to be cold because I stay hot.
It's also because I probably have lost not much, but like the tiniest bit of weight, and my body's used to like having some extra padding on
I
it.
think Ronnie scared some weight off of you yesterday. What's up, Ruben? How you doing?
Morning, Ruben.
Happy Sunday.
Yeah, happy Sunday.
What day is this? 10,000.
And good morning for those of you that are watching that
Hey,
that
Joe
don't jump in the comments.
D.
We appreciate you. We appreciate all of you. But yeah, I'm freezing. Probably should have made some coffee.
Good morning, Averyl.
So about a week ago, we had Averyl on, and she was coming live from the farm, and she was having trouble with her transmission, and she was trying to tell everyone about what farm shares were all about and stuff, and then she just kind of cut out, and we didn't get to finish with her. So Averyl's going to come back on. Averyl Andrade from Healthy Futures Farms, who is one of our benefactors. I don't know that we have sponsors. We call them sponsors, but we just have people that are awesome that love us and give us stuff to help make this show a little easier. And Averyl's one of them. So she's going to come on and talk about her farm share. We actually have had the charity donation thing to match up
Hey, Sheila.
farm shares with people who need it. And Healthy Futures Farms is one of those farms that we're partnering with. And so she's going to come on and tell us all about it, because it's about harvest time, I guess. So it's just about time to start getting fresh veggies. By the way, even people that I know that aren't like
Good morning, Trish.
vegetable people have been telling me about how the markets are like you can't really find fresh vegetables. So your local farms are where you can do that, and Healthy Futures Farms is one of them. But I digress. So we're gonna have Averyl on, and then we're gonna have Jodi Chapin with Green Nurse on the Grow for her Sunday segment.
What's up, Rodney?
And Nate Andrade is coming on this week. Last week she had Dan Skelton, and this week it's gonna be Nate Dog. Yeah, everyone say hi in the comments. It's Sunday. Say happy Sunday. Or something. Say whatever you say on days like today. Later today is Beantown Greentown's second show.
Beantown.
So they're going to be going live on their channel and here on Disrupt America. So that should be fun. They're fun. Today's tie is a Versace. A little bit of a departure. It's got that like Versace line down the side.
JT said, Eric, I'll donate to Mike's charity if you give a Super Bowl champ shout out to my 9-year-old son, Sawyer, who is watching with me today.
Sawyer's a cute kid. yesterday's kid.
What up, Sawyer? Shout out to my man who just turned. Is he 9 years old? Did he just turn 9? Is it his birthday? What is it? Or you just want me to shout him out? What's up, Sawyer? What you up to, man? Keep giving your dad a hard time during these lockdowns. Keep doing it. Keep torturing him, running around, being a terror. That's what you need to do. And he just do it. Just be you. Like how you see the players running around on the field, run around the house like that. Be you. Let it all out during this time.
Jay's immediately doing a chargeback on his donation. It's like calling the bank right away. I don't know what happened. I didn't mean to make that donation.
Nah, I'm playing, Sawyer.
Sawyer's a really good kid.
Make sure you be good, man. Stay loyal. Don't be being mean to your dad. Be nice. Don't throw stuff. Don't eat up all the food. Clean up your room. Take a shower every day without him asking you to. He's a vegetarian. Oh, shout out to my fellow young vegetarian. I wish I was one at that age.
And he's a Pats fan.
Dang. He looks like Charizard in 9th through 10th. Great. He looked like Charizard. What, like the Pokemon Charizard? Is that what you're talking about?
Apparently.
Shout out to Mike's tie.
Yeah, it's a nice tie. It's a nice tie today. It's on the fancy side for even my ties.
Rodney said, "Be nice." Are you talking to me, Rodney? Are you telling me to be nice?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Who are you talking to, Rodney? I would love to know. Cause
shout out to Beantown Greentown. Shout out to Trish and Sheila.
I take some food and start throwing it all around. I know that.
And Frank Shaw, thanks for sharing our stream. We appreciate it.
If I take a bunch of just nice, good-looking food and just drop it on the floor, ooh, I know that burn.
Nah.
That hurt, chef. I'm gonna drop the what is that called? The spatula. I'm gonna drop the spatula on the floor. Would that piss you off? And then I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna flip a burger with it. Ooh,
he'll just blow it off. He'll pick it up off the floor and blow it off. We appreciate all of you being here. If you haven't yet, do us a favor and hit a like or a love or a hate on the stream. We appreciate it, no matter what it is. And let's we got to do a contest this morning. I love how I sigh. To say that contests are actually we actually really enjoy the contest.
Oh shoot, I didn't even see. This one is called The Continuum. I was sent this by somebody who I don't think has gotten the comments yet because they haven't mentioned it. So
yeah, we got a box. You got a box with a few things in it from somebody. Do they even know that we have a show, or they just wanted to give you stuff?
I don't know.
They might not even know we have a show.
It's probably somewhere in my
Instagram. Yeah.
I don't be looking at my DMs. Only to people I care about.
So you had that one, and then this one was. It looks really amazing, but it sort of smells like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I'm not sure that I.
What's up, Screech?
I'm not sure that I can do
what
that.
What it do, baby?
Not too sure. But yeah, shout out to Sawyer. And Sawyer, your dad's awesome. Make sure you're good. Make sure you're a good boy for him.
Yeah, Sawyer, take care of your pops, man. I'm giving him a hard time. I feel like you probably the reason he be saying some questionable things in the comments.
It's all your fault, Sawyer.
That sea moss or black seed oil. Oh, what's up, boy? No, I'm not. Sea moss. I want to get some sea moss. I was talking to Mike about that the other day. I need to get some. They sell a gallon jar for $100. Love a gallon jar of sea moss. If anybody out there would like to get a gallon jar of sea moss,
you slinging sea moss
to keep
East Coast
nice
sea moss.
What do you guys think? I should probably like make some sea moss myself. Not make it, but I should like make a blend of it, sell it.
A little Eric Martin sea moss.
Mm-hmm.
Sea moss sounds like a medical thing.
So if you don't
procedure.
know about sea moss is one of the most beneficial
The
things on you on
CMOS
the planet.
machine.
You have 106 vitamin or 106 minerals in your body or something like that, and sea moss has 92 of them. So
I wonder, and I mean, I'm not. This isn't me. Like, I'm just
I'm
curious.
gonna look
But
it
I
up.
wonder how much of if it has 92 of them, but it doesn't necessarily have like 100% of all 92, right? Kind of thing. I wouldn't expect it to. I'm just saying, like, because sometimes things are like, yeah, it's got a trillion vitamins and minerals, and then you look and it's like a half a
Yeah, but
percent.
this is natural. This is like straight in the earth. This is straight from the earth. Like they just get it straight out the. Irish moss is a species of red algae which grows abundantly along the rock parts of the Atlantic coast of Europe and North America. In its fresh condition, the pro I can't pronounce that. It's soft and oh, they starting to get to some big words. I can't read all this right now. I'm gonna have to just get to the part that's interesting. Give me 1 second. Let me read it in my head.
So somebody brought us a big jar of elderberry syrup juice. So I brought over a couple of spoons so we can try it. Because I don't think I've ever had straight elderberry anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little nervous about it.
Elderberry.
Oh, and you got cookies. You brought your cookies over. So Eric's favorite cookies, in case y'all don't know, are oatmeal cookies. So somebody made him oatmeal cookies. So that's he piled it on over.
American diet.
Elder.
Hold on, I'm almost there. I almost found it, guys.
Elderberries.
Taking my time.
We should totally do the contest. We should totally talk about the contest.
What's the contest?
All right. So
Why can't I find any other time I can find exactly what I'm looking for? What does he want to do to the body?
shout out to Mary Palmer. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I'm making a couple of changes, trying to make it a little bit more readable.
You know what? Y'all can do y'all
Take a
own.
sip.
Y'all can do y'all own research. Cause I'm done doing research. Apparently, it doesn't want to find me, so I'm not finding it. Nah, I did that. I know what elderberry tastes like.
Is it bad?
Yeah, remember we did the elderberry.
But that was a mixture of all kinds of stuff. That was with the tincture. In fact, when you would take it up, you
Look
could
at
see like
Jen
layers.
said it. It's so good for you, but sometimes hard to swallow. That's what she said. But that's what Jen said.
Oh boy. Um. Yeah, I think that makes me nervous. What's up,
Cookies,
Sage?
like strain cookies. Yeah, they infuse. These are well, it's the chocolate on them is
The
the white chocolate.
I think they're all infused. It's just also the white chocolate is also infused, if I remember correctly.
Oh shoot!
Which is why you like.
Look at the comment. That's crazy.
What's that? What are you looking at?
My math teacher from high school just got in the comments.
So I called her Sage, but really I should be
It's
calling
a
her Ms. Oh, Mr.
Yeah, Sage
Mr.
Knudsen.
Mr. Knudsen, right?
Sage Knudsen.
Knudsen, Mr. Knudsen. Thanks, Mr. Knudsen, for.
Eric's algebra first grade would have been higher with the oatmeal cookies. Still might have gotten beat up by Big Mama Tania on the stand.
I would be nervous if any of my
Okay,
teachers
so
rolled into the show.
all right, so Sage Knudsen is my high school math teacher, and what he's talking about me getting beat up by Big Mama Tania on the stairs. So this is a very interesting story. Now, people may feel a little weird about it, but hey, I'm willing to tell it. So you guys just have to listen very closely to the circumstances that was involved in this. But so there's this big girl. She was huge. She was bigger than majority of the boys in the school. Like Her name was Tennille, and she was a rather large woman. And I say that because in middle school, she went to our middle school too. She beat up one of my best friends. His name was Terrence. She threw hot Cheetos in his eyes in between periods. Like we was waiting to go to, I think, third period. We was waiting to go to like the reading period, which I think was third. And next thing you know, I remember walking, and we had this one tree that was in the middle of our school that was like really weird. It was just like a small tree, and it was kind of like the only tree in the area. But Terrence and them was standing in there, and they was talking, and she they ended up getting into a yelling match, and then she took some hot Cheetos. It was the hot Cheeto fries, and I think she crushed them up, and then she threw them in his eye, and then started punching him out, and, and basically like was like beating him up before the security got there, and and so this girl was like definitely almost like a dude, and so she did that in middle school. So then in high school, I think it was I'm gonna say sophomore year. It was my sophomore year. Um, it was during lunch. Oh, it was early in the morning. It was a breakfast, and it was super early in the morning. And usually we get there like so breakfast started at like 6:30, but like none of the security guards usually will be there. You usually only have like one security guard. So this girl, she decided, hey, like I'm standing in line about to get my lunch, talking to my boy, and we just talking and talking, and she's just staring at me, like she's staring at me mad hard, and I'm like, why are you staring at me? And she's like, shut up. And so like I let it go. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I let it go. then then I'm standing there again talking to my boy, and she's continuously looking at me. So I'm like, look, you guys. I tell her, I'm like, look, you guys stop looking at me, otherwise I'm a clown on you. So immediately she just kept looking. So I start clowning on her. So I start calling her all. I remember I called her all types of names. I just was going off, and everybody was laughing. So she was feeling mad, embarrassed, and so she was like, "You need to stop talking about me before I hit you in your face." And so in my head, I'm like, yeah, whatever. You're not gonna hit me. And I'm like, okay, whatever. You're not gonna hit me. So then I continuously, I told her like, well, if you don't look at me, then we won't have this issue. But she continued to like mad dog me. So I continued to crack on her. So then I looked at my boy. I remember I looked to the right at my friend Justin. And then I looked back to the left, and this fist was coming straight for my face. so so I remember getting hit, and when I got hit, my face turned, and I looked at my boy again, and I grabbed my face, and I looked at him, and he just was like, "Oh shit!" I just remember them looking at me, going, "Oh shit!" And then he go, and I go, "Damn, that hurt." And then he was like, "Bro, don't hit her back. Don't hit her back." And so I looked at her and I said, "I'm not even gonna hit you." And then everybody was standing there, everybody going ooh and stuff. So I just let it, because I'm like, yo, we got a football game this Friday. I'm not even gonna bother it. So I let it go. And then I said, you got it, man, you got it. And then next thing you know, another fist is coming. So she hit me, and then after I said you got it, she hit me again. And then so my face turned again, and I looked at my homeboy, and then his face was a little different. He went from surprise to like, damn, you ain't hit her back yet face. And I'm looking at him like, I'm not about to hit this girl back. Like so I turned back, and then everybody's like, damn, E, you gonna let her hit you like that? That's all I remember hearing. And I'm still holding back. And then bam, she started to swing again. And then when she swung again, I slowly moved. Like I barely missed it, and I moved, and then, the rest is history. I can't. Let me just say the rest is history. Like I gave you two chances to walk away, and let me just say the rest is history. I didn't get in trouble because my girlfriend came, the girl I was with at the time. She was crazy, and everybody in the school knew it. And so my girlfriend came after the situation calmed down, and but my girlfriend came, and then she went over there and told her basically, you better not say nothing, otherwise we're gonna have some more issues. So yeah, nothing was said, and everything died down. I got in trouble by my coach. I had to do some coaching stuff, some roles, and I had to do some running and stuff. But yeah, it was yeah, that was a rough. Yeah, that was a weird day for me. That was a weird day. Yeah, but that girl, her name Tennille, she was big, yo. Like this girl was probably in high school. She was like probably 5. She had to be like 5'10", maybe 5'10", like 210 pounds. She was like a big like she was no joke, and she beat up my homeboy Terrence, and so I had to make sure that wasn't gonna happen to me. I really tried to avoid the incident, but once you feel too much pain, everything start to go red. So she did put some scratches. Yeah, she did. She did scratch my face. During the altercation, it was a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, she was 300. See, he got in the comments. He said she was 300 pounds. She most likely was 300 pounds in high school. It was crazy because she got hit by a car, and she got hit by a car in front of the school, and the car was damaged more than she was. Like, she got hit by the car, and a bumper came off the car, and it was like a small dent in the car, but she got up and walked away, and they ended up getting like a big settlement from the accident. It was crazy. That's what I'm saying. This girl was huge. So it was so I just made sure I didn't I didn't lose. And it's funny because my boy Terrence, we got beat up by her. He had sent me a message the other day talking about it. Him getting beat up by her. He had sent me a picture of some Cheetos. He was like, "You remember these?" Nah, I ain't get beat up by no big girl. My homeboy did. I ain't get beat up.
Morning, Christy Lee.
But yeah, that's my story for the day. So yeah, and shout out to Mr. Sage Knudsen. He was one of my favorite teachers ever. He was a big time hippie, whether y'all believe it or not, and whether he want to admit it or not. He was a hippie. Everybody knew it. Everybody knew he smoked weed, but nobody could prove it. Nobody could prove it. He just be in class and everything. He be in class, eyes real low. He like, "Mr. Knudsen, why your eyes so low?"
I'm tired. Shut up.
And we knew he kept them eye. What's the
Eye drops.
Eye drops. Yeah, he always kept eye drops in his drawer. Mr. Knudsen, you weren't fooling nobody. We knew it. And also, Mr. Knudsen was a basketball player. He was like 6'9". So this was the tallest teacher in the school. He had to duck everywhere he go.
If he was smoking pot, that's why he didn't kill or murder one of you all.
Yeah, because we was bad as hell.
That kept him.
We was bad as hell.
And sane. That probably actually made him a much better teacher. Much more.
Yeah,
much more able to deal with. I worked in high school for a couple of years.
We tortured Mr. Knudsen. We tortured him, but we knew he was all right. We knew he was feeling good every day. Lemon drop. That's a dog. Lemon drop.
All right, we got to do the contest.
What's the contest?
That's a good question.
Do they know what kind of tie you got on today?
I probably mentioned it. Plus, they could zoom in and the labels.
Well, if y'all can guess the color tie he gonna wear tomorrow. Guess the color tie he gonna wear tomorrow, and then we'll know who wins tomorrow morning when he put it on. Ooh, that's a good one. Nah, because then the guesses are gonna be kind of.
Yeah, then everyone will just be like, Mike picked whoever he wanted to win, basically. Is what it would come down to.
It could be. What you gonna do? What you wanna do? What you wanna do? Favorite color?
No, there's only so many colors. I think. Okay, I got one. So I've traveled across a few continents. For work especially, I did a bit of travel. So if what you need to for today's contest, and we didn't pick like the prize yet. That's the part that I usually struggle with. The other part to me is usually a lot easier. It's more like we gotta decide what the prize is today. Oh well, I don't know that. Well,
Well.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well.
I'm trying to decide what to say here.
Said make them guess what you ate for dinner last night.
Yeah, it was a big nothing. No, I don't remember. I probably ate something. I'm sure I did. Oh, put it in a sealed envelope. No, that could be. No. I think I know what I.
So no one finna guess for your ass travel.
Well, then you won't win.
Your ass needs to be out the comments.
Your ass
needs to be figuring out how you finna beat me in this race.
Yeah, your ass should be traveling to work out right now.
Your ass should be running every day.
Your ass should be traveling to carry Eric when you lose.
You should be traveling with some with some shoes on and running. LeBucks. Only person to come up with his own nickname to give himself a nickname. Always in the comments talking mess.
So Goldie, what's what are you mad as hell about, Goldie? What in particular? Because we had Grant on yesterday and we talked.
Oh, Goldie's mad.
Yeah, what were you mad about?
What are you mad for?
Tell us.
What are you mad? We just wanna know. Why are you mad?
This coffee is good. You should try some. I didn't pour you any. It's right there. And then
man, y'all see that? That's what
It's a clean cup though.
Oh, there's water in here.
it's a clean cup. Goldie, tell us.
You got straight dark coffee?
Yeah, no milk. You want some milk? I'll get you some milk. Hold on.
Nah, I need cream.
I'll get you some. I don't think there's any cream left though. There's milk.
I have to take my. I had a cat named Goldie. Okay, JT. What does that mean? I'm messing with you, JT. Oh man, I cannot run today. Too much lasagna. Yeah, you. Oh yeah, you definitely ain't beating me in nothing.
Help if I remember the microphone,
bro. Everybody, LeBucks is in the comments. He's saying he can't run today. He taking days off. My man's think he finna really beat me in a race.
So, just for those of you that may not know, one of our micro businesses here in Massachusetts, cannabis micro business named Beantown Greentown, bunch of great guys. One of the fellows there challenged Eric to a foot race. So, May 16th, 20 days from now, he's got 3 weeks. He's got about 3 weeks. We're going to broadcast this foot race live, and whoever loses has to carry the other person on their shoulders. And so we're all basically just assuming that somebody's going to be carrying Eric on their shoulders. So Eric's a big dude, and then I finally saw him run one time, and it was like it was almost, you were so fast it was like an animation almost. No public meeting, no vote on what, Goldie? No public meeting and no vote on what? What did they vote on? Yeah, Goldie, just let us know what's going on and we'll we want to talk about it.
So what's the oh yeah, I'm taking bets with anybody. Anybody want to put up some money against me? in a race, please let me know. Please, I'll bet anything. I bet the shirt off my back if I got to. Whatever you put up, I want to take. You put your car tire up, your spare. Put your spare tire up. I take that too. Spare tires is worth it. Cause next time you get a flat, you gonna be stuck. Yeah, give me it all. Anybody want to put some bets up? Come on, put it up. Let me know what it is you want to put up. Cause I'm taking any and all bets. Any and all bets. Good, damn all that sugar. Hell yeah, that sugar good. Screech, what you talking? You supposed to put sugar on your coffee.
Hey Nick, you got a light on you? Can you turn? No, I don't mean that. I just meant we can't see you.
This dude asked somebody on Zoom if they got a light on them, and he pulled out a lighter. I
Like a light on
yeah.
your...
Let me. Hold on. Let me use that lighter real quick.
This coffee is so good. I don't know that I want to.
Christy Lee said, "Where are your names and fun facts today?"
Good point, Chrissy Lee. So yesterday was the first day that I sort of changed the thing, and Chrissy Lee, I did recognize I didn't have time this morning to put it back up. I'll put it back up. Nick, that's great, Nick.
Kieran, you are not winning this race, my brother.
All right, so let's Nick, are you there? Can I hear you?
Mike, can you hear me? I'm on the road. I thought I'd take one of my cars out to impress you with today.
Oh, that's a lovely car. What color is that?
This is the Putt Putt Model T.
Okay.
And this is one of those cars that go at we don't really know how fast this car goes, but I just wanted to let John, my dad, I miss him. I wanted to show him one of my cars and impress you with one of my rides too. A lot of people don't have these. This is circa 1994. You can see this on your Mac games and stuff like that. It's called Putt Putt.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. I love the lines and the fin in the back and everything. It's great. So
check out those soft white tires like a Cholo whip. You get what I'm saying? It's West Coast. Look at those tires. You see those tires?
Yeah, those are some fatty white lines on those tires.
Look at that.
They're extra fatty white. So Nick. Hi.
Nickelodeon. What's up?
How are you?
Medicated and fully doing well today.
Okay. So you messaged me earlier and you told me you said something about sneakers.
Yo, I need to get a new pair of shoes, Mike. You don't pay me shit, and I need some shoes.
Okay.
Look at these things. This is what I wear. Do you understand that? Eric, go ahead. Talk shit about my kicks. Look at this.
I like them.
You like them?
He says he likes them.
All right. Well, I guess I'm actually doing pretty well then for not getting paid. But I do want to give away something if that's okay.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Well, so I found these. Hold on. I might have to take my putt down to show you everything. So,
nah.
Because it's just not working. See that?
Hold it in front of your face.
Putt. Hi, everybody. It's Putt, Nick's car. I hope everybody's having a good day. See, he talks shit just like that.
So, what's in that box?
What's in this box?
Are those your? Is that where you keep all of your fingernails?
Check this out. This is these. Look, hold on. Look at that.
Okay, all right. Cool.
Ooh, that's sexy. I like that design. That's kind of cute. This looks expensive.
I would imagine that it is. So tell us more about those.
It's got a holder in it to keep it comfortable. You see that? And inside here it says Jordans. Jordans?
Like Jordache? Like Jordache?
Nike Jordans. Nike Jordans.
Nike.
These are Nike Jordans.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, That's what these are. This is all rights reserved for Nike Jordans. And I think they got something on the side here. It's got a basketball that says Air Jordan. It's an Air Jordan. It's a Nike Air Jordan. That's what we're going to give away.
That's pretty awesome. And so tell us where you got the sneakers from. Who?
So these are from my friend, owner of Jolly Vapors in Lynn, Massachusetts, Jack Trader.
Okay.
Jack Jolly. And he is definitely a great guy. Vape industry, great place to get CBD products and stuff like that. And so we are giving these away. This is our giveaway. We're gonna give you a pair of Nike Air Jordans. And we're gonna put the link to these after I get off. I'm gonna find that link. I'm gonna post it up to this here show. This here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What about doing this? Does that make any sense?
Maybe a little bit, but that's cool. We can see something. So Nick, this isn't, just so that we're all clear, like this isn't today's giveaway, correct?
I don't think so. That's up to my boss.
No, your boss. So your boss is telling you right now this is not. This we're attaching this to like a larger thing because these are these.
This is so cool. You mean it's gonna get bigger?
Maybe I'm not exactly sure what you're insinuating, but
the prize. This is a big prize, but you're saying this is of something of greater scheme.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is those sneakers aren't part of, like, they're not today's daily giveaway. That's going to be part of a larger thing, and I think what we want to use those for is to help to raise some money for the getting the whole farm shares, the organic farm shares, out to people in need right now, like people who don't have access to fresh vegetables and stuff. So I think that's what we're going to do. And so we had been having a fundraiser going on for a little while now. And we're going to talk to Averyl shortly about that after we're off the line with you, where we've been raising money, and that money is going to get distributed out to local farms, organic farmers, so that we can then connect the farm shares, the produce and such. We can connect that with people in need. And so we've been raising some money, and we're going to use these sneakers to help to encourage to raise some more money. And everyone, by the way, who's donated will be a part of the giveaway. What we're going to do is it's not just going to be the sneakers. It's going to be probably a couple of other prizes too. We'll find some kind benefactors who want to help out with the contest for a larger thing, and we'll run it for like I don't know, maybe we'll run it for like a week or two more. So everyone who's already donated, they're entered. They're already going to be entered to win these sneakers and any other prizes that we come up with.
Mike, you're crazy. Like, you're gonna give away like over like a $500 basket for charity. I think this is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, okay, yeah.
This is awesome.
Well, no, yeah, we're really excited about it too. Here, I'm gonna put Eric and I up. As people miss us.
I can't wait to see the Green Nurse on the Grow. I'm so excited for the Green Nurse on the Grow. I love that part. That's a good part. Green Nurse on the Grow is one of my favorite parts.
Yes, I think everyone loves Jodi and whoever her special guest is, who happens to be Nate Andrade today. But back to the contest. So we had pinned up the charity up there, and so anyone that's already donated is going to be entered. So what we're going to do is, as part of it, anyone who donates, all you need to eat.
It comes with shoelaces, bro.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
I've never seen shoes. They've always come laced, right? So this must be some fancy shit, because I've never seen shoelaces on the side. That's shoelaces on the side. Like, hi, I'd like one Nike Air Jordan, please. I'm a difficult person. Can you put my shoelaces on the side? This is what you would get.
Well, okay. I mean, usually new shoes aren't pre-laced already.
Wow.
So I would question whose feet had already been in your shoes before you bought them.
Pay less. That's where I go. That's why I don't have shoes with shoelaces. You
In
see
the
that?
in the
Fat
long run,
and
you really
handicapped, looking good.
paid more, didn't you?
In the long run, no, because they know that their shoes are so
said
shitty,
do
right?
past
That you can
donations.
bring them back
Yeah,
and
so-
they'll replace them.
So Jay, that's what I was getting at. Is that past donations absolutely count? So anyone that's already donated money, is going to be in, and I think what we're going to do is like every dollar
Already
is an entry.
donated.
So
Oh,
if you've
in.
spent $25, that's like 25 entries, and
What?
yeah, no. So people have already
I
been
don't
really
want
good
my
about.
donations to count in this contest, Mike.
People-
I already donated. I don't want my donations to count. I don't want to wear these shoes. I'm not a Nikes guy, bro.
Listen, you can here's the cool thing is if you win them, you can whoever wins them can choose the size that they want and they can wear them themselves or give them away or do whatever they like with them. But they're really dope shoes. They're like they're new, right? I mean they're not just new. They're like
to say
Why?
I wear a size 4.
They
and a half
smell
in
like
kids.
shoe store.
Sometimes my sneakers only
like
have
they like. I
straps.
wish you had smell-o-vision because it smells like shoe store.
Paid extra. For
and just in case anyone's
Athletes.
concerned,
Ugh.
you'll get your own
disinfect
fresh pair of
these
sneakers.
too.
You won't have to wear the sneakers that Nick is huffing right now.
Right. You don't need to wear the huffed shoes. Already been huffed. ABH.
ABH.
Yeah, these
hey,
are
Sarah
ABH
V.
Nikes Air Jordans edition. ABHs, baby.
So yes, past donation. We had a question in the audience. Past donations do count. So anyone that's actually already donated, you'll automatically be entered in. And we're gonna have the sneakers, and we're gonna have a few other things. Nick said something about a $500 basket. He doesn't know necessarily what he's talking about. I think we're gonna have like multiple winners of different prizes. So like somebody will win the sneakers, somebody will win something else, somebody will win something else. And that's
still
just
a lot of prizes.
well, yeah, I guess, but we're trying to. This isn't like the free thing, right? We're still doing a free thing today, but every other, this one we're going to try to raise some money for charity. So we'll still do the free prizes every day.
That's really cool.
We'll still do the free prizes every day, but we're going to do a special one that, yeah, whatever. And so the way that it works is like every $10 feeds a family of 4 vegetables for a week. So every $10 you donate.
Wow.
No, that's pretty good, right?
Wait, so how much was that again, Mike?
For every $10 feeds a family, it feeds 4 people fresh vegetables for a week.
So 10 Snickers bars. Like if I go to the store and spend $10 on Snickers, ice cream, a pack of Newports, whatever, like a pack of Newports could feed a family for a week
Yes, of vegetables, of produce.
of produce. But still, that's like I remember those times. It's not good times. $10.
So,
of a
Nick-
sacrifice to donation to us to even get a pair of Jordans on top of that to feed a family of 4. This is a deal.
So Nick, we appreciate that you were out there working so hard because you got these sneakers donated, and we're gonna start putting up your friend's vape shop out of Lynn. That we're gonna put his information up and stuff every day. So this way, even if the shop's not open right now, which I don't think it is, I think they can probably buy stuff online and stuff like that. So we'll make sure that he gets his props because this is a huge
To win,
prize. It's
Sarah,
really
you
awesome.
gotta
and we're
donate.
psyched.
We care about people who like Jack is somebody.
Sarah.
So
Jack is
and by the way, and Sarah, just so that everyone is clear, like we're giving away stuff every day. This is not like the free giveaway. We're just tying it to like even if you just donate $1, and it's the charity thing through Facebook. Every dollar will be an entry is the way we're doing it. And I think we've raised like maybe close to $600 so far. And we also had a matching donation from Healthy Futures Farms for a free farm share.
Ooh, there
And
we
another
go.
one that doesn't show up in there is another farm share that got donated by Kevin Simpkin. So we actually are kind of like up to, I don't know, somewhere around like $1,200
Mike, look at that.
worth of stuff, which is going to feed a ton of people. That's going to feed the $1,200 feeds.
Look at that.
The $1,200 feeds. What are we looking at, Nick? Oh, the shoe.
I'll try and get my shoe right. Yo, this is so cool. So someone could basically be like, I got 5 on it, throw down $5 and have an entry to win these shoes and other prizes and feed a family with produce for a week. That's what you're telling me.
Yes,
Because this is what I'm understanding.
you understand correctly.
Whoa. That's so cool.
Nick, we appreciate you coming on with us today. We're gonna have you come on over the coming days if you're able to wake up and get out of bed.
I'm always on time, Mike. I'm the best intern in the world. I don't think you'd ever find anybody else like me.
No, only I do the singing, my brother.
Yeah, sorry, Nick. No more. Sorry.
Nah, you lost. You're getting.
I'm so
You went from Nick the intern to Nick who?
And Rick is my idol in singing because I sing like Eric.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh god. All right, Nick the intern. Nick, we appreciate you.
Get me out of here.
Nick,
I gotta get home. Mike, get me home.
Yeah, jump in that. Yeah, Nick, jump.
Get me home, Mike. I'm sick and tired of being on the road for your ass and not getting any payment. Just going all different types of places during this quarantine, being an essential worker and shit like that, working in this gray market and whatnot. Now I got these sneakers and I don't know what to do with them. They ain't even my size and I don't wear Nikes. You see the predicament you put me in, man?
He went from singing and cussing your ass out.
You know that your car flies, right?
Yo, Big Mama beat the shit out of Eric. I heard that.
You crazy.
All right, Nick the intern, everybody. Thank you, Nick.
That is Big Mama.
Hell no.
Oh jeez. All right.
Oh man, donate $1 to feed a family. Get an entry in to win these Jordans. Call Jolly Vapors if you need any vaping gear. Get it down. Get it now. Put it down. $1. One candy bar gets you an entry to win a big pair of shoes. We got big pairs of shoes for big feet with men with big socks.
Appreciate that, Jason Lord. Much appreciated. $5 goes a long way, my brother.
Nick the intern, everybody. We really appreciate him, even though I just totally cut him off. And be checking back every day we give away free stuff, but be checking back because we'll get like actual shots of the sneakers and stuff, and some other prizes that we're gonna give away too associated with the charity. And so and don't worry, anyone that's already donated to the charity, we weren't telling people that there were prizes before, and people were still donating, and we appreciate that. But everyone's eligible. So for every $1 you spend, it'll end up being an entry. We'll have somebody. We'll put it all in a spreadsheet and then do a random number thing or whatever, random numbers. And so if you win the sneakers, you get to pick the size sneakers that you want, whatever size that may be, and then they'll get them to you. And the other prizes will be this, like if it's something having to do with sizes, you'll get to pick. But those sneakers are pretty dope. I wouldn't actually mind. When he was like, I got sneakers for the thing, I'm like, oh god, what are we talking about here? But it ended up, they're pretty dope sneakers.
They are pretty dope.
Averyl, it's giving us a message that your network bandwidth is low. We can't hear you either.
We're live with Averyl in a third world city.
Hi, Averyl. Am I better now? We can definitely hear you. Okay. You're frozen. Your video's frozen, but that's okay.
Averyl has the world's strongest signal because there's no cell phone towers where she lives.
Okay, let me see. I probably have to go back this way.
She has to walk 10,000 miles to get a signal. Every call is treacherous.
Well, you know what? We can hear you, so maybe that's what counts the most, as long as we can hear you, even if you're a little choppy with the video. You know what I'm saying?
It's so hard to get a signal.
Well, I wanted to talk to you guys from inside the greenhouse so you guys could see what was going on in there, but
Well,
the video's not gonna work.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we talk here for a few minutes, and then maybe toward the end we can try to see if you can go into the greenhouse and show us around a little bit. All right. So let me make sure everyone can hear you here. So, Averyl Andrade, you're co-founder of Healthy Futures Farms. You're a badass female farmer. Your farm is awesome organic produce, and I'm probably not doing you justice, but you've been on the show before, and we're so happy that you're back, and we're super psyched you're checking in with us. How's it going?
Good. Well, actually, it's interesting that said that because there are things I wanted to talk to people about, like specifically, because I know you guys have been on, and there's a lot of stuff in the farming community that people just really don't know about, and we need to take these opportunities to really educate the people in the community about farming.
Boo earns. I think we lost her. We'll see if she comes back in a minute. I don't know what cell company she uses, because some stuff works out there. Hers doesn't. Whenever when she's using the. Yeah, we were having trouble hearing her too. She was real soft. She's frozen right now. I mean, we're still connected with her. She's just not coming in. But we'll have her on shortly.
We will have her back.
Hopefully this episode, but if not, any day.
She probably pre-recorded.
Yeah, or from anywhere other than her farm. Unfortunately, if she sends me a video of some farm stuff, I can put that on while she talks. But we'll figure it out. So.
Trish said, she said it loud. How do I donate when I cannot remember my Facebook password? LOL.
Well, so starting tomorrow, we're going to actually have a tip jar thing, Trish. Which normally would just be like a little tip jar if somebody wants to give us $1 or something. But for you special, if you can't get through Facebook, I think there's like a comments thing. And it'll be active tomorrow. So you could always just write in the little comments like, "Hey, this is for the charity." And then we'll make sure you're in there. It's Lollipop. What's Lollipop? Oh, I might need to let Averyl back in. She might be trying to come back in. Oh, she's not.
She I don't.
Yeah, Averyl's like, the hell with this. I got farming to do. Averyl, you can, if you want, you can try to come back in. Averyl was going to tell us all about the farm shares. Oh, Scott is trying to tech support for Trish right now in the comments. That's sweet. Scott really is a super fan. Doing tech support.
Scotty too.
I haven't tried that elderberry syrup yet. It definitely smells strong. Or like potent. Ooh. But it doesn't smell bad. It's like, it smells like the strongest berries I'm ever going to have in my life. And is it syrupy? No, it's not so bad. What? You're supposed to drink it like this, though, right? Or maybe just out of the bottle, but I wasn't trying to put my lips on it.
That's what he said. You just did trying to put my lips on it.
This is probably like a teaspoon.
You need more than that.
No, I know I do. I can't do it though. I can't. No, don't do that. No.
You need more
than that. All right, that's pretty good. That's like a full tablespoon, pretty much almost.
Taste it. Jodi said, "Taste it now."
Yeah.
It's probably better than you think.
I just don't want it to drip.
Tanya said, "Down the hatch, Mike." Jodi said, "Promise."
Oh, that's not bad at all.
There you have it.
No, and you've all seen me when I eat other stuff.
The elderberry grape.
You should try some. It's tasty.
It's tasty.
You should definitely try some. It's definitely on the tasty side. Yeah, we're sad that Averyl cell signal is so bad. And that's all right, Averyl. You're allowed to come on anytime you want. Averyl is awesome. We love her. So, and we're gonna have Nate on shortly. I don't know what we're gonna do about that.
Pickled elderberry.
Oh yeah, please don't even say that.
The word pickled is
that makes me
traumatized.
It is. Up shortly, we're gonna have Jodi Chapin on with Green Nurse on the Grow
The green nurse is on the grow.
soon.
Sheila said mixed into a vanilla milkshake is delicious.
I bet it would be. It'd be like a little berry.
Come on, Eric. Everybody's doing it. Doing what? Drinking elderberry juice?
You're like, I'm unimpressed.
I don't think everybody's doing that. Nobody wake up in
Everyone's
the morning.
talking about doing it, but I don't think everyone's doing it.
Nobody wake up in the morning and be like, "Oh, where the elderberry at?" You know what I wake up in the morning and do and say, "Yo, where the weed? Where the weed?" Ain't no elderberry juice in my morning routine. I'm just messing with you, Tanya. You know that.
Tanya's awesome. We're gonna have Tanya on the show.
Oh, look who hopped in the comments.
Who's that?
Miss Jeanette Gardner.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jeanette. All the way from Houston, Texas. All the way from Houston, Texas. Jeanette has a dream car she loves to talk about. She wants a McLaren.
Oh, that Jeanette.
Yeah, she wants a McLaren. That's her dream
What's
car.
up, Jeanette?
It's her dream car. When you get it, I hope I'm able to drive it.
I was talking with her about that.
That's gonna be a little frustrating if I see you all on Facebook showing it off and I don't get to drive in the driver's seat. Rayanne said the first thing I do when I wake up is convince myself I can sleep a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens? You go to sleep and now you late. As soon as you open them eyes and you close them again, that time moves so quick. I seen the video. I kind of want to look it up and see if I can find it. But it was a dude. He was asleep and he closed his eyes. And then it's nighttime, so he closed his eyes. He wake up in the morning. It says 6 a.m. Then he closed his eyes again, and he opened his eyes. It says 7:30. And then he closed his eyes, opened his eyes, and said 9. He was late.
Oh, I've been there before. That's almost like terrifying.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, Janet. We appreciate you. We miss you. Yeah, and I appreciate that Janet's favorite car, her dream car, is a McLaren. Janet, the other day we were talking on the show about mine, which is a Pagani Zonda.
Sheila Duff.
Pagani Zonda R, just in case anyone's.
Sheila Duff is starting a good topic of the conversation.
What's she saying?
Dip a white Kit Kat in it.
Ooh,
go let her know. Shake that rapper.
All right, so today's prize.
Yeah, I gotta remember Mike's Kit Kat is double wrapped with a tie on it, so you gotta you gotta get the wrapper.
I was
off.
gonna say something about a king size Kit Kat. But
Whoa, whoa!
It's like a novelty Kit Kat.
Whoa!
It's like one of those you stop in a truck stop and it's like a $30
I don't know
Kit
nothing
Kat,
about them
big
Kit
giant
Kats.
Kit Kat.
I ain't never seen no giant Kit Kat nothing.
We're all learning.
I like water balloons.
Who said that?
No, that's what I said.
Oh, I was like, that's funny. Where's that? Who said that? Um,
Janice said, "Where are y'all? Hi, Mike.
we are so we're in Massachusetts. As you can see, there's a bridge and some boats. And this whole thing's a view. No. That's weird.
Yo, let me tell y'all, we finna call this the Dangerous Disrupt America. I feel like that's what we should call it. Dangerous Disrupt America, cause
It's so not what you think, though.
it is getting dangerous. The most dangerous. What should we call? We got to come up with a slogan.
the most dangerous morning show in America.
Nah, that's what the Breakfast Club be saying. That's what the Breakfast Club be saying.
Really?
Yeah, we gotta change it. We gotta do something different. You gotta be like the most the most ruthless disrupt. The most ruthless morning show. Oh, that's tight, huh? Dangerous, dirty, disrupt America. DDA.
Yeah, I'm just trying to read something here. It's tiny. Goldie sent me something.
Oh, you want me to read it?
Well, it's real tiny.
In
This is
order
blown
to
up.
use your status, this is from the CCC, it says, in order to use your status and receive the benefits listed above, an individual or group of individuals associated with an approval economic empowerment application or social equity participant application must be listed on the license application as a person having direct or indirect control. In order to use the benefits above, that individual or group of individuals must have or and maintain at least 10% ownership in the proposed marijuana establishment. Oh, Rand, that's a good one. Rand said, "Disrupt America, daily dose of danger." I like that. A dirty daily dose of danger. Ooh, we getting somewhere.
Goldie, I'm probably not. It's probably just not clicking with me. I'm trying to understand because wouldn't the. So wait, what's the form for?
We trying to
What are
read
you-
it.
Why are you receiving this letter? What are the benefits? Goldie, I'm not sure what I'm missing, but I would think that to receive benefits intended for economic empowerment or social, that. Oh my God, I need breakfast. Wouldn't the applicable person that has that status be on the forms anyway? Isn't that like the first person that's kind of on everything? And maybe I'm just missing the use case. So Goldie, the CCC and Massachusetts Cannabis Control Commission released some information for economic empowerment and social equity applicants. And there's one part that's troublesome to Goldie, and I was just trying to understand. I didn't mean to. Goldie, we'll probably have to have you on tomorrow. I'd love to have you on. I always want Goldie on.
Averyl said, "I don't know why it's not working. The show is coming in fine." She said, "I have some important stuff to say."
We believe it.
She
Averyl, we'll do whatever you like. We can, if you want to, because we're going to try to have Nate come on shortly, so we might be running into the same issue.
Robert. Yeah, we probably do need glasses, my brother. That's
Okay.
because we old and blind.
Averyl, you can come on whenever you like.
Averyl, you can come on whenever you like. We'd love to hear from
We still
you
didn't even talk about
all day and
No.
night.
We never even got to today's contest, so we should kind of do that because we're already halfway through the show,
Halfway through.
right?
Woo, we not even half. Shit.
No, we're
Show
halfway
don't
through.
be going to 1 o'clock. It's
No,
only
because
11:13.
we got stuff to do today.
Is that so?
Yeah, we're out of here right after the show.
Right after the show.
I'm going for a ride.
I guess we're going to go see somebody. See somebody.
So, by the way, thanks everyone for watching, being so patient. Let's talk about the contest. So, Averyl is really frustrated that she couldn't come on, that her internet connection is a little flaky. So, in the spirit of that, I think we should give away another Infused Jam because out of all of our prizes, but just one today. We were giving away
She's
2 yesterday.
pissed.
Can I say something?
She's like, no.
Yesterday, I have to say, yesterday's contest was surprised, and we definitely always have people that participate, but I was really shocked that there weren't more participants. It was a contest for like vets to give away stuff to you and a vet, and it was probably one of the smallest attended ones we've had. I want to give away jam, but it's kind of like maybe we should start giving away like bookmarks or some shit because like
Bookmark.
you get like 5. You get, I don't know.
Should give away a sticker.
How could when you're giving away a whole bunch of stuff and you're tagging vets to come in?
Stickers.
Nobody wants a fucking sticker.
Yes, they do. You can put it on your fridge. You can put it on your iPad. Especially if I'm signing it. Didn't say I was signing it, but I'm just saying if it was a sticker and it had my signature, maybe somebody will like it.
Averyl, if you want to try to jump back in, I'm watching. You can try to jump back in. We just need a good signal. I don't know who this is.
Don't call us. We'll call you.
It's so funny when this happens.
Nate diggity
Well-
diggity dog. That's the only person we pick up for. I don't care about the rest of y'all. I'm signing it. Didn't say I was signing.
Hello. Should we try this one? I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it.
I'm trying. Let's see.
Well, because this isn't Zoom. This is something else that I wasn't planning on in the show here. So let me see if I can get it. It's all right, people.
Say I have to go to Maine yesterday, so I missed your show. That's okay, Heather.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. Give me just a second here. I got to change the title.
Sheila Duff said, I love how Mike can go from goofing to professional in 2.5 seconds.
I don't know that she actually said in that voice, but
That's what she said.
no, I'm sure that's
The voice, that's the voice that I assume that she would say it in. If somebody was commenting nicely to you, they would say it in that voice. Oh, Mike, how I like your tie today. That's what they say when they say in the comments, and they say, I like your tie today, Mike.
Averyl, Andrade, welcome to the show. We believe that we've got you now. We appreciate you. We appreciate you being patient and keep trying to come back with a good signal. So glad to have you here.
I'm trying. Hopefully this works.
All right, so Averyl, you are
Averyl, you are so beautiful.
You know, it's interesting, Scott, by the way,
to
Averyl,
me.
Scott, the superfan, just suggested that we should only do contests once a week because obviously people are just getting used to it and they're not really appreciating it or like helping to like do what the contests are intended to do.
That's
which
what
is,
superfan Scott said, and he know everybody in the comments. So if he's correct, he's correct. All y'all in the comments ain't hyping our giveaways no more. So guess we just gonna have to switch it up on y'all now.
well, I don't know.
I guess
I've been saying we're gonna do them every day. It's just
I don't know. Superfan Scott said that it ain't no fans that's appreciating it no more.
he said the hype of the giveaways is fading.
It's fading.
I don't know. What are all you guys out in there? Yeah. So Heather Marie Brown, your prize is coming from Beantown Greentown. They have your address. As with all prizes, feel free to check in with the people who are actually getting them out to you if you want an update on that.
Yeah, and not to interrupt you, Dude, but about prizes, I do have quite a few packages, all printed labels, ready to go. I was going to take them to the post office yesterday, but
I got you.
didn't happen.
No, and we
So,
appreciate that. You've actually been one of the most awesome and regular prize
You are the
givers.
best.
So we
ever.
really appreciate that, and everyone loves your jam, Averyl. In fact, even today, people were, because I was like, yeah, I'm not sure what we're gonna give away today, and then people were like, we want that jam. So everyone loves your jam. But Averyl, you're not here to talk about jam right now.
Yeah.
You're here to talk
No.
about farm shares,
Yeah.
which is
well, a standard
Yeah,
CSA actually stands for Community Supported Agriculture. That's a program that was established quite a few years back to help farms. Because one of the things a lot of people don't know is that your local farm actually incurs 70 to 80% of their entire year costs between January and April when they don't have any crops available. Oh, are you there? Oh, okay. You guys let a little stop for a second. But like I said, so we incur the largest portion of our entire year's costs during that little 4-month time frame where we don't have any produce available. So to help offset that, CSAs were started. CSAs prepay for their season's worth of vegetables, where that gives the farmer that little bit of money up front to help buy their seeds, their soil amenities, everything, the supplies they need, our harvest knives. Every year you need new harvest knives, and all that sort of stuff. And in return, they get a share of that farm for that season. So how ours particularly works, but what's most important is to actually connect with your farmer and ask them and talk to them, because all CSAs are slightly different. They offer different things. There's different advantages. Where like for our farm specifically, our shares start tentatively the first week of June. They continue until tentatively the first week of November, and CSAs come by the farm every week and pick up their bounty of fresh vegetables. Another thing to think about when you're selecting your CSA and your farm is about actually getting to know your farm. I heard you guys drop the labels about people, some farms, like for example, saying that we're organic. We are not an organic farm. Organic is a word that was basically plagiarized and kind of taken over by the government to certify farmers. But like I said, it's a different system. Organic farming, they still use certain products. They're just organic certified products, and they can only use those products at certain times a year. And there's certain processes to use those, but they still do. Our farm is actually a full chemical-free farm. That means that we never use any herbicide, pesticides, fungicides. We never use any petroleum-based fertilizers. We do what we call better than clean farming, or we call it clean farming. Some people call it chemical-free. There's all different labels, but what's most important for people to understand is you need to connect with your farmer. And I know right now with COVID and everything being closed down, it's not as easy just to go to your local farm stand, but you can send them messages on Facebook, shoot them an email. You can do Facebook Messenger videos, but it's really important just to get to know them and know their products. We don't grow corn because corn is crazy hard to grow without products, and corn takes up quite a bit of space, and we're a smaller farm, so we don't grow corn regularly. But my good friend Samson has been growing corn since the 1860s through his family. They grow some of the best corn in our community. They're a conventional farmer, which means that they do use standard conventional products. But I know them, and I know that while they use conventional products, they're really mindful of how they use those products and when they use those products. And, they're very mindful of taking care of their soils and, stuff like that. So I know that their corn is as clean as it can be for the given situation. So that's where I get my corn from. I know my good friends over at Nokachoke Orchard, they're not certified organic, but I know that from talking to them that they use an Omni, which is the company that certifies organic products. But they use certified organic products, which is just a Virginia-based clay that they spray on their apples to kind of dull them a little bit so that the bugs don't like them. Like I said, I know that's an organic product, so I really trust them. So, I go to them for my apples. It's really more about not being quite as concerned about the labels that are put on your farmer as important as getting to just know your farmer and know what they do and learn their practices, and then in turn supporting that farm. But what people should understand about CSAs is that it's a program for the whole season. You know what I mean? So these members have an opportunity to come every single week, or, a lot of farms with COVID, we're working out local delivery options and different things to that effect, because there's a lot going on, and it's such a fluid situation that all of us farmers, we're working our butts off to make everything as safe as possible for our community, for our customers, for our employees, but we're all working diligently. So sometimes you might call us and say, like, do you have delivery? And we're going to tell you we're working on it, and we might, but just stand by, follow them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram, and it doesn't have to be us. I want people to understand that it's more about following your farmer and getting connected to the food in your community, getting connected to the people who are growing that food, and understanding that, I do a lot of educational events personally. I work with students in quite a few kindergarten and Head Start programs. We work with, a lot of local youth organizations to educate kids. And I've actually had kids tell me that little elves come to the grocery store at nighttime and drop off produce. And we as a society, we need to work together to make it clear that that's not what happens, and, we are all struggling, and we're your farmers. We're trying to make sure that you have the produce that you need. There's beef farmers, there's, protein farmers, there's a great website that is www.farmfresh.org. That is an amazing website. It's put on through a local organization called CMAP, the Southeastern Massachusetts Agricultural Partnership. And you can go onto that website and you could put in your zip code and put in your, whether you want a 15-mile radius, a 20, a 100-mile radius, whatever you want. And it'll show you all the different farms in your community or under that zip code. It'll show you what items they have for sale, according to the season. Like if you go on there, it's going to say, I sell tomatoes. You're not getting tomatoes at my farm this week. That's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Because we are farmers and we got to grow to our community. But come late July, mid-July, we're going to have so many tomatoes, it's going to be crazy. But on those sites, it'll show you who's open now, the produce, the items that they sell. You could go there, get eggs, it'll tell you whether they're a certified organic farm or not. It'll give you the contact information for those farmers so you could reach out to them. And like I said, just connect to them through those pathways. And also that a lot of people don't know about the HIP program, the Healthy Incentives Program, which is a program that was instituted by the state. And they didn't do the greatest job of educating the community about it. So I want to make sure people know that if you receive SNAP benefits, food stamp benefits, you are entitled every single month to HIP benefits. Those benefits are on your card. If you call your card and you go to the app to check your stuff, it's going to say it's not there because it doesn't show up until you actually use them.
and it is a reimbursement system. So you have to have something on your card to access those funds. Talk to your farmer and ask them, do you have a minimum transaction? A lot of farmers markets last season were doing where you had to have like $5. I know me, I don't have a minimum transaction number. I know my friend Samson at Samson's Farm in Westport, and he has potatoes and he's got some winter squash. He's got some stuff right now. He accepts tip. He does not have a minimum. So that means if you're a 1 to 3 person household, you get $40 every single month to use towards fresh fruits, vegetables, and produce at your local farmers markets and at your local farms. So you can go to Samson's Farm right now with that HIP card, with your SNAP card, with $1 in food stamps. And Samson is an amazing person. Jeff is great. He will run your card 40 times because that dollar will come out, and in that exact same transaction, that dollar will go right back onto your card, and he'll process that, and you can get $40 worth of produce. If you are a 4 to 5 person household, you get $60 every single month. If you are a 6 person or more household on your SNAP benefits, you get $80 every single month to use for fresh fruits, vegetables, and produce.
Well, and so
and it does. Well, that HIP benefits, they do not carry over, and they are not in line with your SNAP date. They go from the first of the month to the last day of the month. So every month on the first, everybody who receives SNAP benefits has access to either $40, $60, or $80 to use that month and gain access to local produce. So if anybody has questions about the SNAP or the HIP program, please reach out to me. Send me a DM, a PM, an instant message, a text. The number on our farm's website is my cell phone's. So you can text me, you can call me, and I will help walk you through the system. I can, send you links to places where you can find out where they're accepting the HIP benefits, but it's important for our community to use those benefits. It's direly important because our government likes to say that economically oppressed people don't want fresh produce and that economically oppressed people don't want to eat healthy. So the best way to show them that we do is by using and really using the program and accessing those funds and making it clear to your local senators and representatives that you want the HIP program funded because you want to eat healthy food. Sorry, I saw you try to say something and I'm like, I don't mean to soapbox it, but it's an amazing program. I know people, I'm a chatty, I'm a little verbose. So, but there are lots of people who I connect with at my farmers markets and at my farm, and people who, I had a gentleman who literally ate cups of soup 3 meals a day, every single day. A Vietnam veteran, disabled senior who got $17 a month in SNAP benefits, but because of the program, he gets that extra $40 a month, and that's game changing for a lot of our community.
Well, and that's awesome. And, not all, not all farmers accept SNAP, right? So you probably need to, we know you do, we know the other farm that you mentioned does as well. But, before folks sort of maybe like start driving around, make some phone calls and reach out to the farms and see if they accept, SNAP benefits, because that on a weekly basis, whether it's at a farmer's market or with them, even directly, if they're willing to do it, you can actually use those benefits to get really good vegetables. And by the way, this stuff is like better than, at least Averyl's stuff is better than what you're like finding in Whole Foods. And it's like, harvested right then and there. So when they're doing their farm shares every week, they're actually harvesting it just prior to you coming to get it. Averyl, we have some questions in the audience. Somebody was wondering if you could kind of go over if somebody did get a farm share with you, and the way that works is that they pay for like access to vegetables every week from you for like the entire season. So if I remember correctly, it's 20 weeks this year. So the idea is that if I want a farm share, I pay some money and then I get every week I can come and pick up the vegetables from you, right? So and
Correct.
but because you're a real farmer and you're not bringing in vegetables from someplace else to hand out to folks, it's all stuff that you guys grow on site. The vegetables can vary throughout the season, right? Like because some stuff is in season at the beginning, some stuff is in season later, some stuff you can grow the entire time. So can you give us an idea of what people could expect if they got a farm share, what kind of vegetables they could find at the beginning and maybe in the middle and the end kind of stuff? I don't know. Whatever you tell us.
Absolutely. Like our farm specifically, like I said, all farms have different systems. At our farm, it does start with more of your, leaf lettuces, bok choy, few different varieties of kales, kohlrabi, and these are opportunities for people to try. Like a lot of people don't know what kohlrabi is, and they'll come to the stand and they'll be like, "Ooh, I don't know what that is." And one of our things at our farm is we don't interchange stuff. When you come, you'll come and it'll say, you get one bunch of this, one bag of that. And we tell people to go home and try it because you'll be amazed at the different vegetables that you never knew existed. Like even kohlrabi is one of the ones I kind of go back to a lot because I was raised by vegans my entire life. Both of my parents were vegans. I never ate meat. I didn't, really know a lot about it. And we grew kohlrabi because a teacher had said, "Hey, you've never had kohlrabi, you got to try this." And I tried it and I'm like, "That's amazing." And I literally called my mom like, "You're the worst vegan ever. Like, how can you raise me as a vegan and I've never heard of kohlrabi?"
So Averyl, people are, and so yeah, that's, and it's great because again, when you're buying a farm share and you just have access to all of the vegetables, it's not so much that you're going in and cherry picking stuff that you really want because you have access to all of it. So it just makes sense that you go in and you pick up your share of everything, right? So one person in the comments is asking, are share prices a flat rate or do they vary?
Different farms have different rates. Some farms do a spring share.
Well, people are asking about you. They want your vegetables.
Oh, well, our farm, we do because our farm is slightly different. So I always want to tell people that our farm is slightly different. Our farm, we started our farm in 2015 to combat the food crisis in our community. So our prices are a little lower than a lot of farms, and our share system is a little bit longer than a lot of farms.
Sure. So how much are we? People want to know how much it is. How much is it?
Ours is normally it's $425 for the entire seasons of vegetables, and that includes, we grow an assortment of melons, watermelons. We do, of course, a few different varieties of tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, salad tomatoes. We're actually one of the few farms that grow celery, and celery is a CSA exclusive item at our farm. And we do grow a few different CSA exclusive items, but right now we have the COVID-19 discount going on also, which is 10% off, which actually lowers the price to right under $383. And that gives access to a weekly share, like I said, from the time our crops are available to harvest until the crops are no longer available, which is definitely seasonal. I mean, we've had years where CSAs, it was the week of Thanksgiving, and I was saying, "All right, guys, I love you, but come on down, take whatever we have here and enjoy it through the winter, but it's time for me to go home and be with my family." So
Averyl, you're out of Westport, Mass, right? Like people actually want to find you, so let's help them to find you. Your Healthy Futures Farms. So if you go on Facebook, you can like and follow. They can follow and then contact you through there. We have one person that we have one person asking, is the farm share a lump sum or is it like a one-time payment, or how do you work that?
Normally, it is a one-time payment, but at our farm, because like I said, we really do work to help the economically oppressed community, we also break it down into 3 potential payment plans, which as the season is getting started now, those payments do come a little bit closer. We do it, you get your initial down payment is 1/3, one halfway before the season starts, and one the last week of May. So all payments right now are due by the last week of May. But for example, if somebody called us now to enroll, they could make their down payment now. The next payment would be in about 2 weeks, and their final payment would be due that last week of May. And of course, all payments are non-refundable, because we're a small farm. So when we do receive those payments, they do tend to go to buy the seeds or the flats or, the things that we need through the season. But our farm does offer a payment plan, and we do accept SNAP and HIP benefits. So if you are somebody who receives SNAP or HIP, for example, your first payment will gladly, utilize your HIP benefits and incorporate that $40 into that first down payment. Or we really want to work with people to make sure that they have access to produce.
So Averyl, we've been running a fundraiser where we have been collecting money, so this way we can actually try to help support local farmers such as yourself and connect the food and the resulting farm shares with folks in the community that actually need it. So folks that might not have easy access to fresh produce, especially produce of the quality that you and some of the other farms and local farms often are putting out. So we're really happy and proud to that we've not only raised some money already, we also had that you guys were donating one of your farm shares, which, by the way, just so folks understand out there, I mean, you do have some farm shares left if folks are interested in purchase.
Yes.
You do. I'm sorry. You do have. You do have. You do have the farm shares left for people if they're interested, but they're limited, so it's not like there's unlimited farm shares because really
Absolutely.
you have your capacity that you're growing, and then also on a weekly basis, and it's actually twice a week, right? Folks can pick one or the other day, and basically whatever day, whether that I think it was a Wednesday or a Friday, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
And so then you can whatever day you pick, the idea is that you come down and you pick up your stuff that you want on that day. I'm not even sure what's going on.
We got some funny comments. Somebody from Twitch, their nickname is Thick Booty.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And they're saying some funny stuff.
I don't know. Yeah, they're thinking we're saying that we hate to live in the U.S. I guess for some reason, and they're telling us we should move to Europe, which is weird. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
Nah, it was just funny.
So Averyl, we're really excited though because we've raised some money to put toward this to help support you, but you're matching one share, which obviously you've told us what the prices are, so that's a significant amount of money and we really appreciate that you guys are doing this. And then we also had one other benefactor. He didn't donate through the Facebook charity, but he's offered to purchase an entire another share to throw into the mix here, which is obviously close to like a $400 value even with the discounts that you're providing for folks. And that's really amazing because I think we, as of right now, so 4 times 20. I mean, I think with the amount of money and in-kind donations that we've had so far, I mean, we're definitely able to, and we're going to figure out how that sort of gets spread out. We're going to get it to the people who need it the most. But really, like if you're looking at like on a weekly basis, I think we're up to like maybe, I can't do math right now, but it's a ton. It's like so far, even just what we've done, it's like a ton of amazing produce and vegetables that are going to go out to people who need it. And you and other people, I've heard a lot of stuff from a lot of folks saying that like when you go to the market right now, like the produce aisles are fairly bare and you're lucky if you can find anything. Never mind the fact that like, and let's just be real for a second, no matter which market you go into that's like a chain market, the produce is not going to be as good as what people are going to get from your farm and from other local farmers, and it's more expensive. So like, it's, I don't know, like me personally and Averyl, you know me, like vegetables aren't the first thing that I eat all the time, right? Like the dad bod is proof positive.
Hell nah, you don't eat no vegetables.
The dad bod is proof positive of that.
He order some wings that come with celery. He throw away the celery.
Well, celery is celery. We won't get into celery. Oh, and by the way, Scott the superfan, be nice to
Scott,
Thick Booty.
I seen that.
It's all right. He's the only one there. He's talking.
Scott, cheers.
He wants to talk about Corona,
Scotty,
but there's no one else listening with him.
Scotty
so that's
too
okay.
hot.
Don't worry
He's
about it,
to
Scotty.
explode on everybody.
Scotty's like, over in Twitch. So we really appreciate that because we think it's really important, not just to support local businesses, but also local businesses whose mission is sort of as altruistic as yours is, which is, and really for all farmers, right? Because farmers aren't doing it to get rich. They're not even doing it to often even break even. They really have to be passionate about the idea of like growing amazing stuff for people that need it, whether they know they need it or not. Like we really do need, and that's the thing, right? Like we're all, we all eat our fast food. We all eat our this. We all eat our that. And like, it might be tasty, but we all know, no matter what, we know that it's not like healthy for us. And, I mean, if we're going to be smart in the long run, we need to eat healthy stuff. And it's just really cool because, I mean, you're my friend. So of course I want, I believe in you anyway, but like knowing you for as long as I have has really opened up my eyes to just about like the quality of food, right? And the idea that you have to be able to trust your source, just like with a lot of things in life, right? Even just like with cannabis, you want cannabis as medicine, like you have to trust the source. And when you're buying stuff out of normal markets, like that stuff has been shipped from all over the country, sometimes out from outside of the country, because you're buying vegetables that aren't even in season. Like there's no way that vegetable can be grown around here and you're buying it in the market. And so that's just sort of the cool, like to me, it actually takes a lot of the pressure off. For like me as a person who's trying to decide if I want to eat healthy, like it's simple. Like if you go to a local farmer and you get involved with a farm share, that the stuff is going to be, especially once you like see that farm and you meet the farmer and you can ask some questions, right? Like, so how do you grow this stuff? What are your ideals? Like what's important to you as a farmer? And then once you can trust that farmer, like it actually takes a huge amount of pressure off and it lowers your bill and you're eating healthy, which again, do as I say, not as I do. Because with the dad bod, I am not eating all my vegetables, but you all should do it and don't, and so Healthy Futures Farms.
Well, there's two things I want to just reiterate with what you said.
Yes.
Yes, farmers, we farm because we love our communities. The national median for farm incomes is actually negative, not positive, negative $1,540. So that means farmers pay, we work off-farm jobs to pay over $1,500 a year on average for our farms. So a way to help that is to support your farmer. First off, and yes, like you said, your food, like on Farm Fresh, say you want local fresh eggs. You go on farmfresh.org and you find those eggs. Those eggs are fresh eggs, which means they came from that chicken within the last couple of days. The grocery store eggs are 6 weeks old. They've already came out of that chicken 6 weeks ago. So when you go and yes, you might, spend an extra $1 for your eggs, but that's a fresh egg. A head of lettuce, for example, you go to the grocery store, you buy one head of lettuce. Like our farm, I'm going to tell you this right now. You come to my farm, you're never going to get a head of iceberg lettuce. We don't sell garbage. Like my daughter says, she calls iceberg lettuce the devil's lettuce because it has no nutritional value. um, and with that, there's no questions asked. You don't have to prove to us that you were affected. We don't. All you need to do is say you want the C19 discount, or if you were to purchase through our website, it's already categorized as its own. So it's not, you don't need to feel like you have to write us an essay. But also I wanted to reiterate on the fundraiser you guys are doing. Like as farmers, we really, really do appreciate that. We're already up to about like 5 families that are going to be helped with this. But we also, farm season's coming. You blink and all of a sudden it's going to be farm season. So if you are somebody or know somebody who can be benefited by that, we need those people to also start reaching out to us. We're going to need people, we're still working on how it's necessarily going to be defined, but, reach out to us, let us know, I'm a family, this is how big our family is, this is where our location is, because it's not only about us. If you're far away and we can link you up with a farm that's a little bit closer to you, that might be what works best for your family situation. But we do need people to start like reaching out so that we have a pool to give the farm shares to. We can't, we got to have somebody to give them to. We're doing a great job getting this money, and now we need people to start reaching out to us to let us know the families that they know of that can really use the produce. Nice. Nice.
I'm muted. I was muting myself. I'm sorry about that. You could hear me, Averyl, but the folks out there,
I can hear you.
yeah, sorry, the folks out there probably couldn't. I had muted myself so that folks could hear you better. Um, so anyway, we're really psyched that we're able to work with you and hopefully a couple of other farms. And like you said, so folks, what I was saying was that Ominique Gardner, who's Goldie's daughter, right?
Yep. Monique's great people.
So she actually, they're doing some farming that's supposed to benefit some folks that don't have access to vegetables. So we're going to talk with her. We're going to talk to the Red Sox organist's wife, who's a pastor up in Cambridge, Mass, who's working with homeless. And there's been some other folks too that have mentioned that there could be some groups that are in need. And I'm sure that there's, senior groups and stuff. There's lots of folks that could really use this. And really we wanted to just focus on, folks that probably have like some of the most difficulty in actually normally getting access to this stuff. So, elderly, single parents, people with kids, women who are alone, and certainly seniors and even like disabled and vets and just other folks that, it's now's around the right time for us to, we're all kind of stuck inside and, some people it's a little bit tougher for others, and so now's a good time for us to try to pull together and do some good stuff for some people that need it, right?
Absolutely.
So that all said, why is the guy on the left so quiet? Guy,
Because
he's
he
one.
keeps saying the N word. That's why.
Huh?
Sorry.
It's so there's somebody on Twitch, and he's I think he's not in the U.S., so he's using some slang, and Eric's not sure, not quite sure what the slang is.
He said I got an N word pass. No, there's no such thing.
Well, maybe he's saying that maybe because he's black.
No, that doesn't mean anything. You need to say it in the comments.
Yeah. So anyway, Averyl, we really appreciate you coming on. I think that there were a lot of folks that were definitely wanted to know more about it, and I think also there's a lot of folks that like don't realize, like, because even when I go to the grocery store right now, like, there's a lot of stuff that's not there, and I think we all sort of took for granted that normally you can just go to the store and everything's there, and right now that's not necessarily the case. And so even just getting access to like normal, not even necessarily super healthy food isn't easy right now. And so this is just an amazing actually it's an amazing opportunity for folks. And so please take advantage of it. And even if you don't live close enough to Healthy Futures Farms, which is in Westport, Massachusetts, it's sort of like down near it's South Coast, Massachusetts. Even if you're not close enough to take advantage of getting a farm share from Averyl, there's other farms that are local to y'all, and we had pasted a link in the comments so that folks can search by their zip code and find local farms and figure it out, because it's cheaper than going to the grocery store, and it's better vegetables. So Averyl, we totally appreciate you. Any last words before we let you go?
Well, just a reminder that hunger is your body's way of telling you that you need something. So if you're eating a better quality product that's more nutrient dense, you don't need as much of it. Like I remember the first time I brought home a steak from a friend's who was a grass-fed beef steak, and I put that bad boy in front of Nate, and he was like, "Really? This little steak? You're gonna give me this little steak?" And I'm like, it costs a little bit more, and then he ate it and he was like, wow, like that small steak satisfied me as much as that big old steak that I would normally eat. But it's because that steak had more nutrients. It had what he needed, so his body was full. So that's how it happens also. You tend to eat a lot less when you're eating healthier produce because your body's receiving the nutrients that it needs.
Nice.
Eric always laughs at me when he hears me say nice.
Nah, that ain't
when someone
what
tells
you
me
say.
when somebody tells me something.
No, I laugh when you say that's right.
That's right.
Cause you know what he be saying it for. That's right.
And you look up, because then I know you're going to try and say something that, you got to figure out how to say it in a nice way. When you go,
Averyl, we totally appreciate you. We're putting links up in the comments so that folks can find you and reach out to you and inquire more about the farm share, because they totally should.
Giggity.
If you're not me, if you're anyone but me, and you know that you should be eating vegetables, this is the route you should go, because it's better than what you can find in the grocery store, and it's cheaper.
Brother from another mother.
And we're looking forward to actually having Nate back on in just a few moments with Jodi. So we really appreciate you guys. We'll definitely have you back on soon. We appreciate that you have been sponsoring. You are the jam maker, for those who are wondering, the award-winning jam that people have been getting as prizes from this show. You are that benefactor, so you make the amazing jams.
Infused or not infused.
Yeah, they're awesome.
You can take your super pick.
Averyl, we appreciate you, and we'll talk with you soon. Averyl from Healthy Futures Farms.
all right, when you want to get next with Nate, you're going to have to try this method also, because apparently this is the only one that works.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Highway just past the New Hampshire, Massachusetts border. Very weird. There's a random helicopter just hovering like 50 feet above the highway just past the New Hampshire, Massachusetts border. Very weird. They probably installing 5G towers. You should check it out. If you see a tower and it looks like it's got like a funny little vibration coming from it and stuff around it is dying, don't walk towards it. They also make a small humming sound. They go,
So the fellow on Twitch was wondering, so buddy, just so you know, normally we're kind of Corona light on this show, just because most people that are watching it don't really want to talk or hear about it. Yeah, we actually though have a woman that we go live to from New York City. So if you keep watching, I think it's going to be Thursdays. She comes live from New York City.
Miss Paradise.
Miss Vanessa Paradise. Yep. So she's on Thursdays. So she'll come live from New York City. So that's probably the right time to hear it right from the Vanessa's mouth.
What up, Larry? What a nice talking to you again, man. I appreciate that. Trying our best.
Right now in the U.S. on the East Coast, it's just about noontime. A couple minutes before noon.
Ooh.
Where are you from? Where are you from, dude, on Twitch?
Heather Marie said, nope, like literally over the lanes of traffic. So close to the road that my car actually got blown over Maine because of the wind from the blades. Oh, blown over a lane. That's supposed to be a lane. It's 7 p.m. in Finland right now. Well, it's the early morning for us, my brother. It's noon. Oh, there she go. The Miss Beautiful Jodi Chapin. We love Jodi. It's almost 9 a.m. in Oregon. That's what Rayanne said. Rayanne's in Oregon. Greetings from New Jersey here, and we'll send Jay Banger the farm info too. Larry said that.
Well,
We're East Coast.
We're East Coast. Boston. Nate, ding up.
Hey, Jodi.
Nate, we're just waiting for you to finish connecting. Oh, there we go.
Somebody said Jodi for president in the comments. Jodi, would you like to be president? Would you like to run for president? She can't hear us.
Jodi, can you hear us? We can barely hear you, Jodi.
He said you got good candy like the Hershey's. Bro, the United States has all the best candy. Any other country don't.
We do.
Why do you think we got the best economy? Why do you think everybody?
He's probably mentioned that because I put that on my thing. I put that I like Snickers almond.
Oh.
From my phone.
And you know what, I was doing that because some people were like, "Where's the titles for you guys now?" And then people are wondering. I'm just some dude, but people are wondering who you are. So they might as well know.
Oh my god, okay, wait a second. Wait a second. Do I hear it better now?
How you doing, Jodi?
Say something. Yeah, it's still wicked low. Oh, you know what? Let me turn off.
It's Green Nurse on the Grow is always endearing. I love it. So can I tell you something? We didn't even do the contest today. I don't know. For some reason I felt annoyed about it. I still want to do a contest, but it's like Scott the Intern said. Like if people are just sort of, if there's like 10 people that want to do it every day, then why are we gonna do it then? Just do it once a week.
Yeah, Scott. Well, you come up. Actually, nah. Since we come up with all the ideas, let's have Scott come up with the idea. And if his don't work, then we can talk crap about how his don't work. So yeah.
Well, Scott only wants us to do it once a week, though.
All right, Scott. We're gonna do it once a week. Now, if people start demanding more gifts, just understand it's on you. This falls on you.
No, but that's the thing, that they won't
Mike
demand anything. They'll just stop watching.
Mike already downgraded you from
Superfan
and Intern.
No, that was a mistake.
Next
I didn't mean to do that.
is fire.
Never. Scott's the hardest working man on our show, and we appreciate him. He works way harder at this than I do.
All right, Scott, we going with your idea. Just know once a week.
No, but people are going to be pissed. We've already told we can't do that. We can't just say no contests.
Well,
every
Scott
day.
said Scott is the fan's man. He is the man fan. He is the overlooker of our. We wouldn't have no comments.
I'm not sure why
paste
Nick
in the comments if it wasn't for Scott. So.
I'm not sure why Nick the Intern is like surprised that Intern is a downgrade from Scott the Superfan.
Yeah, Intern, you don't get paid. You realize Intern is free. Scott said more people come, more prizes, more often. How? It's only going to be 52 prizes a year. So how's that more prizes? Every day
we're on pace for 365.
Every day we're going to have 365. And I think 365 is way better than 52.
I don't want this to be the...
We can do what we want. No, Scott, we going to do what you want. We going to do what you want, Scott.
All right. No. So hold on. I got it.
Look, see, JT even said it. People only tune in for Scott.
That's true. We're going to give away a Beantown Green... I'm deciding right now. Beantown Greentown t-shirt for today's contest.
I don't know how Scott feels about that.
No. So Scott, don't worry about it. Yeah, that's right. Larry from YouTube says, after Intern, you get to wear the horse suit from the Craig Ferguson show. So, yeah, Nick the Intern, next stop, horse costume.
Big shot Scott.
No, and by the way, I'm not trying to complain because we do have a lot of people that watch every single day. We have people that have been with us
Look
every
at
single day.
Jason Lord only been in the comments twice, and he said, "I vote for 365."
I hear you, Jason.
Prizes.
Thanks for vocalizing your opinion, Jason. We appreciate you.
I have been in the comments 4 times.
Yeah, Jay, we actually probably do need a guest host. I've been thinking about that because we've been going.
Jason.
This is day 35 in a row.
The last name Lord is pretty intense.
It is pretty intense. No, Sheila, no, and we have a lot of fans that are really important to us, and they're here every day.
What happens when we need a day off?
We don't have a day off.
Gonna be
we don't get a day off.
Y'all not gonna see us.
Well, Jay, maybe that's the thing. Maybe we do need a guest host. I've been thinking about that, by the way. We could have a guest host like once a week or something. Give ourselves a day off. They can just do the show the way we do it.
Do the whole show because we don't want to talk to y'all no more.
All right, let's get over to some of people. This is what
Jason said. Hey, I'm new to the show. We know Jason. Don't
no,
worry.
and Jason, we know. We appreciate you.
We know you new, Jason.
Make sure you follow us. We're on every single morning. Every single morning. This is day 35.
Rayanne said even Ellen takes a day off. Ooh,
well,
she
maybe
compared
Ellen,
us to
maybe
Ellen.
Ellen should take
to
our
Ellen.
work ethic.
I wish I had Ellen money. Sure.
What was the gorilla video when he's like,
I'd be doing this once a year if I had Ellen money.
Look at all. What is it? Look at all. Look at who y'all. Look at all. I'm the monkey. I'm the one who's pushing you off the thing. I'm the one who's pushing you off the rope.
I can't think. I gotta look it up. You guys know the funny guy.
Look at who y'all came to see.
Tony Barker. You guys gotta look up on Instagram.
Look up
our Facebook. Look up Tony Barker. TonyBarker.
Look at all.
Or is it Baker? It might be Baker. It's Tony Barker or Baker. One of them.
Sing
two.
the thing. He's like,
That
look at who y'all came to see. Look at who.
Look at who you came to see. Anybody who's in my meme group knows I send the most hilarious.
Yeah, apparently I'm not in Eric's meme group, by the way.
That's because I show you.
No, I know.
I show him every single video, so I don't have to send it to him.
That's true.
And most of the time, I be getting videos. He be asleep anyway. He's when I discover all my good videos. Ooh, Scott. Here's Scott with his authority.
Actually, Scott, the superfan.
He said the daily prize will now be a shout out with your name and the scrolling screen.
So Scott's just like Scott feels like he's like 1 foot away from
CEO.
leaving us from another show. He's like, "Yo, I've been talking to so and so over in Burlington who does a show."
Damn, for real?
Well, I don't know, because he's just like
Scott.
Scott's
you
like,
been
the
moving
hell
on
with this. Scott's just like,
It's
listen,
all
I
right,
don't want to
Scott.
put
All
up
you
with
gotta
any
do
of
is
this
just
anymore.
say that. Put in your 2 weeks so we know. Sure.
No, we love Scott.
Give us
Scott.
a chance to harass you a little bit more before you go.
So we want Scott to come on and talk about his shop at some point. All right, so let's go now. Everyone's been waiting super patiently.
Nate, like, I'm done. I don't want to be.
It's really. How do I have like a big gray thing?
Hey, Jodi, how are
What's that?
you? Everybody gonna get to see the most beautiful Miss Jodi. Oh, Jodi, don't be saying that. You know, everybody come on the show just for you. They be all waiting for the Green Nurse group. And then everybody love Nate because he's the best teacher. Nate, the OG teacher,
Look at who you came
the
to
OG
see.
cannabis grower, Nate Diggity 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 Dog. We haven't put y'all on yet, though. I'm just hyping
I'm just
y'all up.
resizing you since we're clearly doing something that is not Zoom. Oh, well, no, but yeah, go ahead.
No, Jodi, we already. Oh, and we're back. Welcome to Disrupt America with Jodi. She petty.
Jodi Chapin from Green Nurse on the Grow. Welcome to the show. We appreciate you. I'm glad I have Eric as my production assistant. We appreciate you.
Oh, I'm an assistant.
No, you're co-host, but for the tech part, no, you're only assistant for the tech. This way, you don't have to be in charge of it. This part sucks. This part, nobody wants to do the tech part. Jeez. Guys, welcome to the show. Jodi Chapin from Green Nurse on the Grow. We appreciate you coming.
Change my name to Eric the Assistant.
Coming twice a week. There's pretty soon it's gonna be Eric the Intern.
Yeah. Everybody get downgraded.
How come Nate looks spooky in the thing right now?
Come on, Nate Diggity.
So twice a week we have Green Nurse on the Grow with Jodi Chapin. She comes in and she's teaching us. She's walking us through her evolving legal. She does a legal grow in her house, so she grows a few plants, and she's doing it. But she gets help from Nate twice a week. They talk about how her plants are doing, how they're progressing, and Nate gives her advice. So, guys, thank you for being on the show once again. We really appreciate it. Jodi and Nate, why don't you guys take it away?
Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning, shut-ins. Nate, I am so glad to have you back. It's been a week, and I am so very excited to bring you on into the tent here on Green Nurse on the Grow. I haven't had this much success with any of my previous grows, and just, even with the different, things that I've needed to tweak here and there, and, over pruning and, needing to tweak the nutrients a little bit. I'm so happy to be able to show you what progress has happened so far. I know last week when you were on, I had just put 2 plants in the flower, and you had suggested that I can take one more of the plants, my Tanya OD, out of the veg tent. So I brought that plant into my flower tent. I think that was also when you had suggested switching tents, because my high pressure sodium were in my bigger tent and my LEDs were in my smaller tent. So you had said to use the LEDs for veg and the high pressure sodium for flower. And then you said that I should start training some of the plants in the veg tent. So I started doing that. So I would love to bring you on in to show you what's going on thus far. Okay,
These girls.
wait a second, I can't. I can't put this out of the mouth, sorry. Okay, I'm just trying to spin this around. I don't have my glasses. Okay. Let's spin around without killing myself on my chair. Okay, you're gonna see other vegetables that I started as well in here, but we're concentrating on the three plants. So the first one up front is the one that's the newest in the tent. That's the Tanya OG that I really pruned way back. I had a pile of leaves and trim, and she's actually bounced back quite well. She's actually just after a week, she has little white hairs. And she's looking pretty green. So I think you were right as far as, not to be too worried about trimming too much, even though, although I did, she did bounce back, like you said. And then back here, this is one of the first ones that came into the flower tent, the hazy basket. This is that plant that I had won at a season clone class. We've been trying to adjust the nutrients, and it looks like I've got some work to do. I don't know why, I can't seem to get it right. But, it looks like she's, actually, I don't have my glasses on, but I found some of these leaves that has some nice shiny trichomes started. So, with her, I've done the slow feed and water feed. I think I did 2 feeds and then put her on a water schedule. I just don't know. Does she look like she's getting too much yet, or should I still put more?
She's going to
Wait, slow that. Wah, wah. Oh, there you go. Now I see you. Hope it records tonight. Can I hear you? I can't hear you. You're frozen.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if Mike and Eric realize that we're having video issues.
No, Jodi, he's there. You can keep talking. He's got a little bit of connectivity problems. You just need to pause and let him talk. That's all.
Okay, I totally can't hear him.
Nate, are you there?
Listen.
Nate, say something for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate, you're breaking up.
Yeah.
So Jodi, I'll walk through it with you until we get Nate back. Nate, if you can hear us, just let us know once you're back, Nate, okay?
So, basically just back to that one, I think, I'm going to just need definitely guidance on how to get her stop being so yellow.
So, Jodi, we've got a few comments in both on YouTube and on Facebook. So, we've got Derek in the comments who says that, he feels like it's probably too many nutrients, that it might have been overfed, and that you've got some newt lot going on. And then we have over on YouTube somebody called That Cannabis Show who's just saying, like flush and wait for the plant's response. What do you think, Nate?
It will nutrient a long time. All that stuff fixes up. Leaves up.
Yeah, we're having trouble hearing you, Nate. You're not really coming through. So So Jodi, I think what Nate was trying to say was that maybe you're gonna do some trimming of some leaves. Um, Nate, you look like you might have just come in a little bit better. Are you there? No.
And Nate certainly knows his plan. I'll certainly get in touch with him, off camera as well, because I think this is the one that I need the most help with.
Right. Yeah. Well, and Jodi, maybe what we can do is because it looks like even Nate was sort of alluding to that. It might have been overfed a little bit. You might have some newt lock there. And it does seem from some folks that are in the comments that they're talking about that you probably need to flush it and you need to get rid of that newt lock.
And flushing it is just watering it, not feeding it anything, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And sometimes with flushing that even just involves like sort of overwatering it, letting that water drain out, and getting rid of that water just so you can also kind of flush the soil out from potentially having maybe being a little bit overly newt rich. But that said, you're using soil and not cocoa, so you're using a super soil, right?
Right.
Nate, do we have you back? No, not quite yet. And so Jodi, do you use tap water? What kind of water are you using?
I use tap water that I pH, and my pH is usually around like 6.5.
Have you ever
7.
Have you ever measured the ppms in your water?
No.
Okay, so that could be something too. At some point, and usually it's just like another type of meter, similar to like your pH meter. There's another meter that you can use that measures the parts per millions inside of the water. And so, if for some reason that parts per million is a really high number, that sometimes can contribute a little bit to the feeding not necessarily being super effective. So at some point we could help you to measure the parts per million, and there are filters like for RO, the letters R and O, filters that you can use to get the parts per million in your water down to almost nothing, so that when you're adding food, you don't end up with water that has so many parts per millions in it that the feeding might not be super effective. Nate, are you back with us? No, not really. Okay. Nate can use my phone. Well, Dan, wouldn't it help if Nate was near you to use your phone? Anyway, so Jodi, we really, we love watching your plants grow. Honestly, like we've watched it sort of grow from little tiny plants to sort of starting to get big and beautiful. Oh, Dan is with you guys. No wonder I'm like. Let's see here. Yeah, Dan and Nate, just go ahead and hang up the call, and I'll add Dan into the call if you guys are able to hear me. You probably can't.
What I think is weird is that this Tanya OG plant that I just moved in a week ago looks like it has a little white hair, and the other one that's been in here longer does not.
Nate, hang up your phone, please. Yeah, no more live anything from the farm. This is. So Jodi, we really, I think what the best thing to do is just to sort of pick it back up on Wednesday where we're leaving off now. I know that Nate can follow up with you separately and offline, so this way you guys can have a productive conversation. But it's probably just best for us, I think, to wrap it up. And just because if Nate's not able to hear us, that doesn't really help. You know what I'm saying? But we totally appreciate you joining us twice a week. Hey, look, Nate's back. Can you hear us, Nate? Probably not. So
I can hear you.
wow, okay. So Nate, do you have any final advice before we get going?
I don't think it's neutral. Time of feeding the plant, stabbed itself so much that it's just so low. I will keep feeding it.
Yeah, Nate, we still can't hear you, so we'll follow up later. Jodi, we really appreciate you guys joining us today. It's always fun, even when there's some little technical hiccups. It's always fun.
That's okay. There's going to be even more growth on Wednesday. Because once we get into the veg tent.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Jodi. Thanks, Nate.
Bye, Jodi.
Yeah. Hey, Twitch dude, don't worry. The shit doesn't get saved anyway. Nothing gets saved on Twitch, so you don't need to worry about deleting anything.
That dude garbage.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? But nothing against the Netherlands, but boom, you're gone, Twitch dude. We don't. You know what? The Nazis also come out on Twitch. It's the only people I've ever had to block from this show are people on Twitch. So. So that said, that's fun. Nate, we just need both. I mean, that was interesting for two of our guests to be coming from the same farm, and that the signal just isn't good out there. So we'll have to figure something else out from now on. So we didn't even do a prize today. I don't know how everyone feels about that. It's like the first time since we've started doing it that we're not doing it. The first time since somebody came on who was a prize benefactor and suddenly changed their contest midstream in the middle of our show so that people had to pay. I don't know if you remember that. But no, we didn't even really do a prize today.
We didn't do no prize.
We only had to block one person from Twitch. Whoever that dude was. Peace out. Don't need you.
Scott said Nate looked like a Minecraft character. Damn, that's cold.
Yeah, and for that cannabis show, that if you're still watching on YouTube, usually our
Scotty
guests
too
don't
hottie.
so many connectivity problems.
Letting the flames out, Nate Diggity.
I don't know. I had been saying we were gonna do a Beantown Greentown T-shirt giveaway, but I don't know. It's the end of the show. I don't really.
Well, Scott already said we not doing no more giveaways, so guess what? Y'all made Scott mad, and we not doing no giveaways. So you know what that means. That we're at the end of the show.
No, hold on. So Jason Lord this is like one of his first times, right? And it's not fair. He says he came for the entertainment, not just the prize, and that's really nice of him to say.
Damn, Jay.
But no. But like, isn't that? I mean, he deserves. Like, we shouldn't just say, just because I'm feeling a little salty today for some reason.
No, Scott feeling salty. It ain't Scott said that. We didn't say that. We just couldn't figure it out. So Scott got mad and was like, "F it, we only doing it once a week."
Jason, where are you from? Talk to us for just a second before we finish the show. Jason, where are you from?
Jason, you might.
What town?
Win
where are you
today.
from? You from Massachusetts? Which town are you from?
You might win today, just cause.
Because I don't know. I'm salty today. I don't know what's wrong with
You
me.
got all sad and still you got Jay all sad.
No, I don't know. I feel
mean,
like doing the
got
prizes.
Mike
I feel like doing the prizes is it's not for us. We don't win prizes on this show.
You got Mike all sad and stuff.
I don't know. I'm mad. Jason Lord, where are you from? Worcester. Jason, you won a T-shirt. Jason, you won today's prize.
Hell nah.
Hell yeah, Jason, you won a
win
T-shirt.
nothing.
Jason, I'll tell if you message me. I'll tell you. Jason won today. No, it's bullshit.
Nothing.
I'm tired of doing contests.
That's my shirt, Jason.
Tired of doing contests. I'm tired. I'm not tired of doing contests. I'm tired of doing contests that like are ineffectual.
That's my shirt.
We don't need the same. And I love our fans, but we don't need the same like 10 people playing in these contests. So somebody new won today. Jason, you won. Hit me up.
No, Jason, you got to pay taxes.
Jason, normally Eric charges taxes on prizes.
Ain't nobody finna
Jason,
ship
you won
to
today.
Worcester.
You're getting a T-shirt. So
how
just
far Worcester is?
It's not very far.
Bro,
it's not very far at all.
Nah, bro, you ain't win,
Worcester.
Jason. You ain't win nothing.
You totally won.
Look, when you don't win, it go to taxes, and guess what? I'm the taxes, my
Yeah,
brother.
Jay. No, I know. Jay, you probably should
awesome.
complain.
No, don't be
Jay,
sitting here
no,
saying
no,
we
and
awesome.
and
We
dude
trying
wasn't
to suck
complaining.
up
No one
to
was
us.
complaining. I'm complaining. I'm complaining.
We trying to suck up
I'm
to us.
complaining.
Yeah, exactly, Jay. Jason, JT. That's what you gotta do. You
That's
gotta
what
complain.
I'm saying. No. He
gotta
doesn't.
complain
He doesn't
get-
have to.
So you gotta complain to get prizes because clearly it worked for Jason Lord, who apparently won a shirt today.
No. He didn't actually complain. He said he comes for the entertainment. He wasn't coming for the prizes. He appreciates that there are prizes,
Hey.
and that's the thing is there should be a prize today. We say there's a prize. There should be a prize. I don't know why I'm mad about this today, but.
Hey, Jason, don't be expecting no shirt,
just
my
wanna have
brother.
a good show.
Because I'm wearing it as soon as we get off camera.
Just trying to have a good show for the people.
Now that we have a winner, guess what? We have come to the end of the show. And it's time for us to get go. And guess what? We don't want to talk to y'all no more.